Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. How are you all doing? And we are very happy to have you guys here. And let me introduce myself. My name is Chi from marketing team at JHCTECH. And welcome to our today's webinar. And thank you for taking your time to stay with us today. So today's topic is JHCTECH product knowledge training. And so this training, we will spotlight three exciting product series. The first one is KMDA series, and then CNTI series, and the NODE series. So next page. And here is our rough agenda for today. As usual, our customer solution manager, Gary, he will walk you guys through our product KNDA series. And then Reese, also our product manager, solution manager, she will introduce the CNTI product and NODE product series. Okay, so I don't want to occupy too much time. So now welcome to Gary. Gary.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Gary, and I'm from JHCTECH Overseas Solution Manager. And today we are going to introduce our KMDA product series for you. Okay, first one, I want to introduce our KMDA roadmap. There's a product line of our KMDA series. Now we have Intel J91900 and from the Upper Lake, Alpha Lake, KB Lake U or KB Lake, Sky Lake U, KB Lake S or Sky Lake S, Whiskey Lake U, Coffee Lake S, Common Lake, Tiger Lake, and Adder Lake. So we have a completely processor with Intel with our KMDA series. This is a whole entire KMDA products. So we can provide many choices for you according to our customers' requirements to choose which platform with which application. On the next page, today I will first introduce our these three KMDA series product. This product is Adder Lake or Rocky Lake. And next I will introduce this one by one. Okay, here is some names of this product. We call it as the KMDA 7 series. The motherboard of these products are awesome, but the difference is expansion slot. Now we can see from this picture, the first one without expansion, but next two products can install with the expansion cards. This one have 2 expansion slots, and this one with 4 expansion slots. And I will introduce this expansion slot difference next. Here is a specification of the new products. As I said, the processor with Intel 12th or 13th Intel processor from i3, i5, i7, i9 or Benton Celeron processor. And the chipset is Intel H610 chipset. It can support 2 DDR5 memory up to 64 GB. There are 2 lanes, one with Intel, one with Intel i226 and one with Intel i219. 2 network chips. For the display, there are 3 display can support DP, HDMI, and VGA. And next is the I/O interface. Next is the storage. For this storage, we can support one mSATA and two 2.5-inch SSD. I want to mention it. We can support a 15mm thick HDD. Next is the power supply. It can support DC 9 to 36 voltage wide power input. And the last one is the expansion slot. For the motherboard, there's one full-size mini PCIe. It can support 4G and Wi-Fi. But these products with the PCIe or PCI expansion slot. Okay, next page. I will introduce this product characteristics. Okay, I will introduce these highlights one by one. And first one is the processor performance. It can be installed with the 13th generation processor up to i9-13900K. So it has the most performance processor with Intel Core series. It means our product is the highest performance of this KMDA series now. And the next is the memory. It can support the high frequency memory with the DDR5. The frequency up to 4,800 meter, and the size can up to 64 GB. So the read and write speed can be very faster than before. Next is the storage. We can provide 1+2, 3 storage. 1 means the full-size mSATA, and 2 means the 2.5-inch SSD. It can support one 15mm thick large capacity HDD. So you can choose one SSD with system, and another one HDD can be used as the storage. Okay, next page is the expansion slot. For the KMDA 7920, it has 2 expansion slots. This name is our expansion card name. You can choose this one or this one. The difference is the PCIe or PCI difference. And the last one, KMDA 79 and 21. It can support 4 expansion slots with this subcard. It can support one PCIe X16 signal, one PCIe X4 signal, but X4 slot, but the signal is X2, and 2 PCI slot. So with this different expansion slot, you can choose different expansion cards like GPU card, PCI motion card, or serial card, or others network card, and so on. So they are very flexible for your choices. Okay, next one. As I said, we can support the GPU card or AI accelerator card, but you have to mention the length of this card, because if your card is longer than our product length, so the card cannot be installed inside. We can provide a power supply with 300 watt, so it can meet the most of the GPU card on the market. Okay, next page. Here is introduce our I/O interface function. We can choose different I/O expansion slot with this motherboard. It means that our motherboard can be installed with different I/O function card. So the I/O interface are also different. For example, here is a 16-bit isolation DIO interface, but also you can choose the 8-bit DIO and other subcard. It's our names of our subcard. So if you choose different subcard, you will have the different I/O functions. Okay, here is the order information of this KMDA series product. Actually, we have 3 models for you, and the highlights or specifications I have introduced for you, just for your reference. And this is the target market. Next, I will introduce some applications for you with our new product. For example, this is KMDA 79 and 20. It's used as the high-speed railway application used as the detection system. Our customer use these products and have installed with a GPU card with NVIDIA 30 and 60 inside. Our customer use the Linux OS to calculate about the highways, car speed, and some other events with this application. The next page is another case. It's also used as the highway application, but this one is used as the toll collection system. Our customer uses this product on a chassis. There are 2 lanes can be used as the band application. So the system is also with the CentOS Linux system. It's mainly used to monitor the car speed and the fee collection. Okay, next one is another KMDA product. We named it as the 33 and 2. First one is this product specifications. The size is very small, just like our hands. The processor is with Intel Tiger Lake U, and there is a fan inside for cooling. It can support 1 DDR4 memory up to 32 GB, 1 HDMI, and here is the power button, 1 HDMI, 4 USB with 2 USB 3 and 2 USB 2. For 2 lanes with Intel i210 network chip. And here is a remote switch, power supply switch, can support DC 9 to 36 voltage. And for the left side, there are 1 BDIO, 2 COM ports. Okay, next page. Yes, here is the interface of this product. I just introduced the front side, and here is the left side. There's a 8-bit DIO. Here is NIO. NIO means you can choose it as a CAN interface if you install a CAN module inside. and there are two COM ports. Here is the right side. Right side, there's a serial port mode selection switch. So you can choose the RS232 or RS485 mode of the COM port with this switch. And there's a SIM slot, so you can, our products can also support the 4G or 5G model. Okay, next I will introduce some product highlights of our KMDA 33 and 2. First one also is the processor. This processor with Intel 11th generation Tiger Lake U, and for this processor, it has the ultra low power consumption. And there is a fan at here. Next page is the inside I/O interface on the motherboard. From left to right, the first one is the mSATA for storage. It cannot support the 2.5-inch SSD or HDD. It can only support mSATA storage. Next one is the M2 B key. It can support like 4G or 5G module. And next one is the mini PCIe. You can install like the CAN module, Wi-Fi module, and also you can choose the 4G module. Next one is the M2 with ET. This is mainly to install Wi-Fi module. And for the network solution, we have two network on the motherboard. Yes, this two network chip is Intel 21080 network chip, and it can support Wake Online. It can support Linux system, no matter with which kernel of the OS. Okay, next page is introduce this small size and lightweight. It's just like the size is just like our hands, so it can be used very flexible. There are three installation methods can support this product. First one is desktop installation, and then real installation, and the I/O interface can also design to prevent falling off, because we have the hole to install the screws and to fix our cable. Our motherboard with the subcard are designed with the shock absorption design, because our PCB and PCB without cable, we just with this MXN interface, and we will introduce next about this structure. Okay, here is all the information of this product. We have 4 models: i3, i5, i7, and so on. And we can provide a power adapter with 12 voltage and 60 watt. Okay, because of this small size and the high performance, we mainly use this product with the AGV or AMR, or it can be used with the logistic, factory, robot, and so on. Okay, that's all for my sharing of our KMDA product series. And next, I want to introduce another colleague to introduce our other product series. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Grace. Next, I will introduce the CNTI product series. This is our domestic CNTI series. About the long archer plantful, now we have CNTI 3851. It is used long attach 3A5000 and another is U3A52. It is planning, and another is the long attached 2K2000. We will have we have CNTI 2K20 and 2K21, and they are coming soon. And about ARM plantful, we have CNTI R3551. Okay. The next is the CNTI series roadmap. The last year we have CNTI 3851, and now we have CNTI R351 in 2023. And next, these three products is developing, and so stay tuned for them. Okay, the next I will introduce the 3851. About the CPU, it is equipped with Longxing 3A5000 CPU with 4 cores, and the typical power consumption of less than 35 voltage. And about the chipset, it is the Longxing 3A1000. And about the memory, it can support 2 DDR4 UDIM memories and support up to 64 GB. And about the display port, it has one VGA and one HDMI port. And about another I/O interface, they have 2 line ports and 6 USB ports. And about the COM port, it has 12 optional COM ports and one 24-bit DIO port. And about the storage, it has 2 2.5-inch SATA slots and one M.2 storage slot. And they have M.2 slot can support Wi-Fi or BT modules. And about the power supply, it can support DC 9 to 36 voltage wired voltage. And about the cooling design is it is the fanless passive cooling. Okay, the next is highlights. There are 8 highlights. Let's begin with the domestic produced Longxing architecture, processor, and chipset. Okay, about the plantful and the chipset, it is the Longxing domestic Chasing plantful, and it is 3A5000 CPU and 7A1000 chipset. Compared to the previous generation Longxing 3A4000, the frequency increased to 2.5 GHz, and the CPU performance is enhanced by 15%, and it is and it is 30% reduction in power consumption. Okay, the next is about the system. It is open supporting for domestically produced operating system like the killing system or US. Okay, next is about the memory. It is dual channel high frequency memory design. We can support dual channel DDR4, and it can support ACC or non-ACC. And about the storage, it is 1 and 2 design. And the date in this, the date can store separating, so it can ensure the reliability of the operating system and the security of data. And the storage is, they have 2 SATA slot and 1 M.2. Okay, the next is the I/O function. About the compound, it has 12 channels, 3 modes optional, and we can switch the both serial port. And about the DIO, it is 24 bits, can improving the reliability of switch control. Okay, the next is the Ethernet. It can support multiple video transmission practicals and various industrial field bus practical. As we can see the picture. Okay, the next is the cooling design. It is used 3 copper heat conduction and the high trimmer grease for heat dissipation, and it can support below 12 degree below 20 degree to the 16 degree, and it is suitable for semi-outdoor work environments. Okay, the next is the CNTI 3851. It is the domestication rate is as high as 90%, including the PCB and CPU chipset, the IC card, and the resistors. All these are mainly made for the domestic materials. Okay, the next is all the ordering information. It is the description list of the 3851 about the storage and the I/O function optional, and about the power adapter. Okay, the next is the market direction. It is suitable for highway toll or the safety detection or the highway inspection or the highway radio plot, and it can be used in real transit ticket sales and inspection, and about the military for real transit, and it is suitable for the roadside laptop, edge computing, or the AI signal controller. Okay, this is the application, the typical application, and this new product is applied as a ETC tool selections controller at the entrance and exit of expressway to a station. As we can see, this picture about we can use the line ports to support the camera and or the RS view, and about the it has 12 COM ports, so it can connect to the signal light, traffic light, or the to this display screen or the wet bridge, and it has a 24-bit DIO port, so it can connect to the bridge gate or the inductive loop, and it can also support to connect the switch, so we can control the camera or the station levels survey. Okay, the next I will introduce another CNTI series product, the R351. This product is equipped with Rockchip RK3588 CPU, have 4 core, and about the memory, it is onboard 4G. And about the display, it only has one HDMI display. And about the network ports, it has four ports and 4 USB ports, 2 COM ports, 1 DIO port, and a CAN port. And about the extension, it has one full-size mini PCIe, can support SIM cards or 4G, it is optional onboard Wi-Fi or Bluetooth 5. And about the storage, it has onboard 32 GB eMMC and 1 M.2. About the power supply, it can support DC 9 to 36 watt voltage. And the next is the installation. It can support the tabletop mount and or the rail mount or the wall mount. Okay, the next is the interface of the I/O function. As we can see this picture, it is the power button and the 4 network ports. And there are 1 HDMI, the 4 USB ports, and another side is the ANT and the power supply. We can connect to the power adapter indeed, and a remote switch. And this is the COM port and the audio out. And another side, we have 1 DIO port and a CAN port. Okay, next I will introduce the highlight of the R351. First is onboard design, and we can see this, the SoC, memory, and eMMC for all-in-one board design. A more reasonable and the same PCBA implementation scheme and improves the reliability while also reducing the size of the product. And about the network design, it can support 4G or Wi-Fi, or it can support 4G and Wi-Fi and BT signal. We have 4 gigabit network ports. Okay, the next is the CAN port. The new product have 1 CAN port. The CAN port is higher bandwidth, reliability, and security for automotive communication and inspection application scenarios. Okay, the next is the high AI design power, and it has 1 mini PCIe can optionally support AI acceleration modules such as Halo 8 and increasing AI inference computing power to 26 TOPS about the Halo 8 module. Okay, next is the mini size of this new product. We can see this picture. It is mini size. It's just a little bit bigger than a phone, so it can adapt application scenarios that require large or small size, such as AGVs or small size distribution boxes. And there are various installation methods, such as steering wheel mount or desktop installation or wall mounting. And we can see this design, we can add RT chip latch to prevent the cable from falling off in a moving environment. Okay, this is the ordering information of R351 about some function interface and expansion information, and the optional about the network design, and about the power supply, the power adapter information. Okay. Next is the target market. Due to the mini size and high performance, it is suitable for AGV or logistic vision inspection or the car MAC or the DCS system data gateway, or it can be used in service robots. Okay, the next is the node. The next is the node production series, and it is the name orange of the node product series. The meaning of node is the central part or crossing part. So in the next test of this product series, a node represents the core CPU motherboard. Okay, this is the roadmap. The node i719 is equipped with Intel Arc Lake. And about the Common Lake, we have the I973. And about the tag lake, we have I912 and I914. And the L501 is coming soon. It is equipped with the domestic CPU and chipset. And about the 966, it is planning. It's equipped with Copy Lake. Okay, this is the roadmap. Okay, this is the different architecture of platform for CPU meet various performance requirements. And this is the list of CPU about the different nodes product. And about 912 and 914, it can support tag lake I3, I5, or I7, and the Celeron 6, 3, or 5E. And about 973, it can support Common Lake. And about the I719, it can support Alcohol Lake, like J. And the next is the L602. It can support the 3A5000. And this is the frequency and the course number. Okay, the next is the two typical design. It is two standard specifications, so it can adapt to the various application scenarios, offering high flexible, like the design of I912 and the 267 baud, or the design of I914 and 280. Okay, that's my presentation today. So next, over to Chi.
Hi. Thanks, Reese and Gary for their presentation, and now it's our Q&A part. So, is there anyone has any question? And you can raise your hand, or you can write it down in the chat box. Is there anyone has any question? If no, we are going to finish this webinar. And thanks for your attending, and we are very happy to see you guys here. And we hope we can bring you something new. And now it's going to say bye bye. Okay. Thank you.